Hi everyone, this is Sylvia McCrory with Christian Parenting Today, and I have a wonderful book for our book review today, and I cannot wait to tell you about it. I had just finished reading it. Um, at first I put it down, and when I picked it back up, I could not put it down at that point. So before we get started, and before I even tell you about the book, I want to share a Bible verse or two with you, and let me start with that. So I'm reading today from the book of Matthew, and it is Matthew chapter 6, verses 19 through 21. And this is what it says: Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourself treasures in heaven, where moth and rust do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And that's Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 through 21. So let me tell you about the book today. This one is amazing. I recommend this for every parent out there today. This is by Dr. Tim Kimmell, and it's called Raising Kids for True Greatness. If you come across this or if you order it, I promise you will not be disappointed. Um, the gist of this book is how to raise children today, not just for the things of earth, which we know is very temporary, but for the things in heaven. So let me get started and read I think I've got three passages I want to read from the book, so let me read those to you now. So one of these passages, um, God wants our children to grow up to live adult lives that are far more than just seeing how much money they can make and how well known they can become. He wants them to make a profound difference eternally. Guys, this is just awesome. When you think about eternity, and when you think about how we're preparing our children for college and for the future, we're preparing them for a future on earth. We need to be preparing them for a future in heaven that is forever, that never ends. So let me go on. Here's another passage. And this is referring back, just so that you have a little background, this is referring back to the book, The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley. And so it says, but while he's discussing America's wealthiest people, Dr. Stanley also puts academic achievement in perspective. In this book, he mentions the usual fate assumptions people have about the way the average person achieves wealth, such as inheritance, luck, the stock market, and then he turns to the issue of academics. Topping the list of false assumptions would be high IQ, high SAT scores, and grade point average in school, along with attendance at a top college or university. It may be difficult to dislodge this cherished myth from our thinking, but my survey of self-made millionaires disproves it. The statistics demonstrate that a minority of millionaires whom I surveyed achieved high test scores or grades or went to top schools. These factors were probably useful to a small percentage of millionaires, but most attained their high levels of economic productivity without those assets. And that was from Dr. Stanley's book. So Dr. Kimmell goes on to say, I'm not suggesting that we shouldn't help our children do as well as they can in school, but if we want them to achieve true greatness and perhaps have something tangible to show for it, we'd be better off concentrating our efforts on helping them build a great sense of mission with their overall life rather than just with their skills. Guys, that is profound. We spend so much time and put so much pressure on our families, worrying about grades and performance. But, my question is why? Why are we doing that? So I have one more brief passage from his book, and this is like toward the end. It says, when our mission in life is to love God and others, we can't go wrong. English philosopher Jeremy Bentham put it this way: the way to be comfortable is to make others comfortable. The way to make others comfortable is to appear to love them. The way to appear to love them is to love them in reality. Guys, this book is all about putting God first and living the greatness God intended. Don't ever underestimate how God has intended that we live. He's got a plan for our lives, but we've got to trust Him. This is Sylvia McCrory with Christian Parenting Today. I hope you'll pick up this book and read it. Have a great day.